Guys, so today's makeup tutorial slash kind of get ready with me is going to be on this look here. I kind of wanted to do something kind of springtime appropriate, something kind of glamorous but natural that you could wear on an everyday basis. So yeah, I kind of came up with this look as I was going. I knew what I had in mind to do, but I kind of just went along with it. That's why it's kind of like a tutorial slash get ready with me. I didn't really know what to go with, like the actual tutorial or a get ready with me, so it's kind of a mixture of both. So this is the look right here. It's really simple, really easy to do. So if you guys want to see how to get this look, then please keep on watching. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face, and I've been just using this L'Oreal Paris Infallible, the fixing mist that I mentioned in my favorites video. Yeah, I just absolutely love this stuff, and it even says on the back here you can use it to prime and to set, so I use it as both, and I just feel like yeah, it's good as a primer as well, and it's just easy to spray on your face, so that's what I will be using today. Just spray it on and then just let it kind of dry down a little bit, and then you're good to go. I look a little bit shit. I'm gonna have just strapped all my hair back so it's like not in the way, and I've just straightened it and it's faded and a mess, so please ignore my hair. So I'm gonna do like the whole shebang today. I'm gonna do my whole face for you guys, because I know sometimes I just kind of do my face and that be it. But I have a new foundation that I got yesterday that I want to try. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Sculpt Contouring Base. Is this even a foundation? I'm pretty sure it's a foundation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a foundation. It says here though that it's a light coverage base that matches skin color for undefying and smoothing effect, builds the perfect level of blendable coverage to prepare for the perfect contour. So I didn't actually read any of this when I got it, so this is what it looks like. We'll have to see how light the coverage is, because if it's really light then I'm probably not going to like it, because your girl likes the cake face here. So we'll see. My skin's not too bad today. You can see a few of the kind of acne scarring on my cheeks and stuff, but I don't have any fresh blemishes. So let's try this. I'm going to use my beauty blender. It is a bit dirty. It's due for a clean today, but yeah, let's just see how this goes. There was only, actually, it kind of makes sense, there was only 2 shades of this in my drugstore, so let's see how this goes. A few pumps on my face. It's quite it's quite runny, so it'll be interesting to see. Maybe this is more so a primer, I don't know. This is why I'm so smart that I just buy shit and I don't look into it. So let's blend this out and just see what the coverage is like. It seems to oxidize quite dark. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's so light and then, God, this is so dark. It oxidizes so dark. I don't know if it's picking it up on camera, but my face is completely orange. I couldn't even blend this to match my skin. I couldn't even blend this into my neck, you know. It goes on and you pump it on and it's so light. I'm going to try and get a close up for you guys. I think I'm going to have to give this to Alana because it's so dark on me. Do you guys see how muddy and gross that is? First impressions of this, not impressed. There was 2 shades in my drugstore. I don't know why. That's just way too dark for me. This is a light one. It says it's meant to be, yeah, #1 light. So that's just not even happening. That's not an option. So I'm going to get a makeup wipe and I'm going to give this to Alana. The coverage seems quite light. It seems nice, but I've never had a product oxidize that quickly. So that's just when the product, you guys could put a foundation on in the morning and you find later in the day it goes a bit dark. This oxidized straight away on my skin. So yeah, this one's going to my best friend, I think. Well, that was a great start to this video. Not impressed with that foundation at all, so I've just rubbed that off. And now I'm just going to go with my trusty True Match foundation, which you guys know that I love. So let's do that. Same thing, I'm going to use my beauty blender, except this colour actually matches me. That was so bizarre. I rubbed it on, it seemed fine, and then within literally 5 seconds it went orange. Like really orange, And I just read the back again just to make sure I haven't like read it wrong. Oh, my hair's all in my foundation. Made sure that I didn't read it wrong, and you know, it's not meant to do that. And it's not, it just literally is a foundation that you put on in conjunction with this sculpting stuff, which you wouldn't really need to use for that purpose. But I don't know. Let me know if any of you guys have tried that L'Oreal Infallible sculpting foundation and had the same problem, or if I've not looked into it enough and it's meant to do that. But I don't know. It's not good for fair skin, put it that way. I don't even think that will match Alana, and she's at least a shade or two darker than me, so yeah, not impressed. But and I usually love L'Oreal foundations, they're like my ultimate favourite foundations, so L'Oreal, what the hell. I guess that's the whole point in like people doing these first impressions kind of things, which wasn't really, I guess it is a first impression, but I didn't think about it that way. Just so you can literally see first reactions and how the product acts on camera. So definitely won't be using that again. So now my foundation's all on, I'm going to go in with my concealer. This I got yesterday as well. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I used this probably a year or so ago now, and since I ran out I've been using the LA Girl Pro Concealer or whatever, and I absolutely love that. But I repurchased this yesterday just because I remember how much I loved it, and it's such a good concealer, so I want to get back on the Collection bandwagon. And they actually had my shade in Superdrug yesterday, so I decided to go for it and get it. But yeah, this is like literally such a good concealer. So good that I'm just going to put it all over my face. So I'm just going to blend all that out with my beauty blender. I actually wouldn't say, comparing it now, it's not as full coverage as the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I'd say that's definitely a lot more full coverage than this, even though a lot of people say this is a really full coverage concealer, which it is, but the LA Girl one is definitely a lot more heavier. So now I'm just going to do my usual and set my under eyes quickly using my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. You guys can see, and I'm just going to dust this under my eyes and on my eyelids. And now I'm going to go in with my kabuki brush, and I'm just going to set the rest of my face. So now onto my eyebrows. I'm just going to use my Barry M brow kit, which I've had for years now, and I've hit pan on the cream and pretty much hit pan on the powder too, but I need to kind of step up my brow game. I feel like I need to just try different brow products because I've just been using this for years. I'm just using my Morphe angled brush, which I use for my brows, and just, you do you girl, you do how you do your brows, and I'm just going to do mine. I feel like everyone just overcomplicates doing brows, if you get what I mean. Like, I mean, back a few years ago, people didn't even worry about doing eyebrows. Like, am I right? Brows weren't even a thing. You just kind of got them waxed and done, and then that's it. Whereas now, it's just a whole huge step in people's makeup. Like, my best friend, she spends ages doing her eyebrows, although for years she did wax them all completely off, so they are a bit fucked up, to put it lightly. But she's like grown them back now, and she has to like shape them and everything, because Obviously they're not like they used to be, although she never really liked her eyebrows anyway. But point is she uses like cream and all this stuff, and it takes her ages because she has to completely redefine the shape of her brows. Yeah, I did her makeup the other day just for fun, and I just used my brow kit. So it's pretty much brown shadow, this brush, and I was done. And I was like, look how good your brows look. And you just add all these extra steps for nothing. Although I must say, some people do their eyebrows absolutely amazing, but I just feel like that just takes up so much time and effort. I'm just not about that. So I just run some shadow through it and then use this. This is my Maybelline Brow Drama in Dark Blonde. This just sets all my hairs in place. It's pretty much like hairspray for your brows, or I guess mascara for your brows. And, which isn't necessary, but I have quite long brow hairs. Like really long brown hairs. If I spiked my eyebrows up, guys, like they touched my hairline, I swear. No, not that drastic, but I do have long brow hairs, so I kind of have to make sure they're swept to the side, because I actually don't do anything to my brows. This is my natural brow shape. I mean, if you look really closely too, you'd see all the little tiny hairs that people wax away underneath, which I just don't do. But there we go. I do wax like in between my brows. I don't have a monobrow or anything, but like my brows come in quite far here, and I used to have like the spiky bits that everyone draws in these days, but back when I started like just plucking them out, it wasn't a thing. So my eyebrows are meant to come in a bit further, but I do wax it away kind of here so they start further out, if that makes sense. I'm just babbling a lot today, hope you guys don't mind. Okay, so now I'm just going to bronze up my face a little bit, because this is kind of like a glowy spring kind of look. And I'm going to be using my Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, which you guys know I am in love with. If I can open it, I can never open this shit, I swear. And I'm just using this angled brush that has no name, just to kind of bronze up my face. I usually bronze up in the areas that I contour, but just do it quite roughly. Yeah. Okay, so now that we're all kind of sun-kissed and glowy, I'm going to go with a blush. I'm going to use quite a fun blush today. This is the Milani Baked Blush in Delizioso Pink. Sorry, it took me a while. What did that say? Which is this really kind of bright pink colour, which I'm going to go very light-handed with. And I'm going to use this Morphe blush brush. And I'm just going to apply that on the apples of my cheeks. This isn't like my typical blush that I use, but it is a nice cool tone pinky blush. Contour my shapeless face. I'm going to go with my Morphe, what is this called, the bronzing palette. That's one thing that annoys me about these Morphe palettes, is they literally, it's just called 9BZ palette. Like, what does that mean? It's not called anything yet on the websites. They have a name, but I'm pretty sure it's just the kind of bronzing palette. But anyway, I'm going to use the middle color today just to contour my face a little bit. And I'm just using the same brush that I bronzed with. I'm just going in the usual areas. There we go. And what I've been doing lately as well is I've actually been contouring my nose, which I don't really know if it makes a difference, but Alana says it does, so I'll take her word for it. I'm just using this Anastasia Beverly Hills shadow brush that comes in her palettes, and I've just been really liking this brush because this fluffy side's just really nice and fluffy, and it blends the shadow out really nicely. So I'm just using the same shade that I used lightly, and I'm just putting it down the sides of my nose, around the tip. Of course, everyone's nose is different, so if you are going to contour your nose, you just need to kind of experiment and see what works for you. I mean, I've only really just started doing this, so I don't really know if it makes a difference for me, and I'm still kind of experimenting with shape and how to contour it. So you do you, and you do, you know, if you want to contour your nose or not, go for your life. But that's what I'm doing today. And sometimes if you find you go a little bit heavy, I just take my kabuki brush and I just soften it out a little bit. But that's all I do. It takes like 5 seconds and I don't really know if it makes a difference, but whatever. I think I'm going to go in with the Merry Luminizer. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use my trio of the luminizers, and I'm going to just go in with the Merry Luminizer, which is this one here, and I'm going to highlight my face. This is just such a nice champagne kind of bright highlight. Now that's all done, I'm going to just set all the powders on my face. I usually just set my face before I start my eyes and everything like that. And I'm just using my fixing mist again. And spraying that on my face. And just letting that dry before we move on to the eyeballs. Okay, so I think today, like, I don't really have a plan, like, so I don't really have a plan. Except I kind of know I want to do something kind of soft pinky, really kind of glowy and nice. And nice, that's a nice word to use. So I think I'm going to just be using shadows from my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. They got some really nice neutrals in there. And I'm thinking I'm going to use some Makeup Geek filled eyeshadows. I think I'm going to go for this colour here, which like is one of my favourites. I just feel like it will really match this kind of jumper and stuff. And I'm going for like a soft pink kind of look today. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chocolate bar palette and I'm going to take this shade here, which is Salted Caramel or Caramel, which I like to use as a nice transition shade. It's not a nude transition shade, it does have like an orange warm tone, but that's the kind of shadows that I like. So I'm going to run this all through the crease, just roughly taking it quite high, just have that nice intense warmth, and I'm going to take it on the lower lash line as well. Let me know as well in the comments below, because I'm like interested. What's your guys' favourite kind of toned looks to do on yourself? Like, do you like warm toned looks on yourself, or do you like cool toned looks? Because, I mean, personally, even though I'm really fair, I love warm toned looks. I swear, most of the time, that's what I do. I do warm toned looks. Sometimes cool toned, but I swear that's what I kind of go by the most. I'm just kind of interested to see, or to find out what you guys like best. You do kind of cool toned eyeshadow looks or warm toned? When you're looking for a particular brush and you just can't find it, get them all out and put them in front of you, girl. That's what you need to do. I feel like I'm a little bit hyperactive today, which is quite funny considering last night I was a little bit pissed. Would have thought would feel like shit today, but I don't, weirdly. I feel quite buzzy and happy and weird. I don't know. Okay, so what shade to do next? I think I'm going to go in with Semi Sweet, which is this colour here. And I'm going to be going in with this Urban Decay Vice brush. I really like the fluffy blend brush on this side. And again, I'm just going to take this into the crease, putting it more into the crease this time instead of up, if you get what I mean. I'm such a technical makeup artist here, guys, like putting it into the crease instead of up, like what the hell. I'm just going to blend it into my crease, and then I'm going to take the other side here, which is this kind of stiff brush, and I'm going to run the same colour on the lower lash line. We'll leave it like it is for now because I don't really know how intense I kind of want to go with it. So we'll leave that for now. And I'm going to go in with that Makeup Geek shadow, filled eyeshadow that I was talking about, which is this one if I can grab it. It's this really nice, like, soft, champagne-y, princessy pink. And this one's called Whimsical, perfect name for it. And I'm going to apply this all over my lid. And I think I'm going to kind of do what I usually do. You guys know I kind of do this in every tutorial. I'm going to take a little bit on my lower lash line, just on the kind of inner third of my lower lash line. I just really like how it matches up with the top. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to pack that on with this Morphe lid brush. Okay, so that is that. It's such a gorgeous colour. Love it. Okay, so now I think I'm definitely going to leave the crease as it is because I feel like I want this to be quite a natural look. I don't even think I'm going to do wing liner today, which you guys know is a big deal. So I'm going to leave it kind of as is with the crease in that. So that's pretty much it. It's quite an easy look. Now I'm going to go in with an inner corner highlight. And I don't know what to try. I feel like I want to go with something matte because the lids are obviously so shimmery. But I might try Strawberry Bonbon, which I've used on my lid before. And it looks really kind of pink in the palette, but it's not. It's quite a natural colour. So I think I'm going to take Strawberry Bonbon on my inner corner, and my brow bone might end up being terrible and I might end up changing my mind. But we'll see how we go. I actually ended up changing my mind, guys, and I did put white chocolate on top because I felt like it was a bit too pink for the inner corner. So changed my mind. I liked it, then I changed my mind. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my Rimmel London, what's it called? Nude eyeliner pencil, just to really kind of brighten up the eyes even more. So I'm just going to be putting this on my waterline, which I hate doing on camera, but you know. Okay, so now I'm looking all scary. I'm going to go in with my mascara. Oh, actually, what I might do first, change my mind actually, I'm going to take a little bit of liquid eyeliner, only really thinly, just against my lash line, just so that you can't see, yeah, when I put my false lashes on, it blends all nicely. So just a really thin line of this. You don't have to do this, but I just feel personally that it just blends the lashes in better. Okay, my hand didn't get carried away and draw a wing, so we're all good. Okay, so now it's time for mascara, if I can find it. I'm going to just use my normal mascara. This is the L'Oreal Paris Miss Manga Volume Mascara, which is my favourite. And I'm just going to apply this on my top and bottom lashes. Of course, if you guys don't want to, because I know some people don't like putting mascara on their lower lashes, it's entirely up to you, but personally that's what I'm going to do. Are you kidding? Oh! Just gonna wait for that to dry before I rub it off. Nightmare. I also just realized my neck is still really orange from the other foundation. Okay, so while my mascara is drying, I'm going to prepare my lashes. And I'm just going to be using, oh god, do I even know what these are called? They're Missadoro lashes, but they're not my 43s. I think they're my 430s, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but they're just kind of these fluttery lashes, which are kind of a bit disgusting now because I've been wearing them for probably like 2 or 3 months. But I'm that sort of person where I like them. The more worn in my lashes look, the more natural I feel they look. I'm not like a kind of wear it for like them for a week and then throw them away. I feel like they look more natural that way. So I'm just going to be prepping them with my Duo Dark Tone Lash Glue, and yeah, just letting them sit for 30 seconds and then applying them to my eyes. So I will be back once my lashes are on. Okay, so I've just stuck my lashes down, luckily without any dramas. But I do recommend, if you kind of do lashes and stuff, do lashes, that if you are gonna put lashes on without winged liner, make sure you use the white glue, not the black glue. I did it well, I did it fine, but it does make it a little bit more complicated because obviously the glue dries black. But anyway, onto lips. I'm going to be using my Rimmel London Lasting Finish pencil in Spice. It's the brand new one. My other one is literally this tiny now, so I thought it was time to whip out the new one. So I'm just going to outline my lips. Okay, so after changing my mind a million times on lip colours, I've gone with the Jeffree Star Liquid Lipstick in 714. I haven't worn this in ages and I absolutely love it. It's a really nice kind of corally bright pink, if that makes sense, but it's like one of those really nice colours where you can wear it on a daily basis as well. It's like the perfect kind of springtime colour in my opinion, so I'm going to put this on. And there you have it, that is the finished look. So that is it, you guys, for this makeup tutorial slash get ready with me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope you guys learned something new today. And I hope you guys recreate this look. Make sure if you kind of do that, you tag me on Instagram or Snapchat me, anything like that, so I can see your guys' recreations. So yeah, it's a really easy look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and there'll be links down below to my previous videos and my social networking sites. So yeah, I love you guys so much and I hope you have a fantastic day.